Hi guys, thanks for joining me again on Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the items in Airsoft that has actually been a real game changer for me, and something that I use all the time now that I have it. And actually, prior to getting it, I never really would have thought about it too much. What I'm of course talking about is a chronograph. So in front of me, this is an Xcortech X3200. I probably got this about 10 years ago. It was actually a present from my brother. Cheers, bro. Much appreciated. The reason I got this is because I was doing, for a time, before gas blowback rifles were really that good, I was running AEGs, not really enjoying it, but I was also getting into running my sniper rifle. So I was getting into running my VSR. And every time that I made an adjustment to my VSR, I wouldn't know whether it was going to pass chrono when I next went to a site, and that basically led to, I don't want to call it anxiety, but it basically led to me constantly, I want to go out for a day of sniping, but it may not pass chrono, so I'll take all my sniper kit. I'll also take my M4, which means I'll need to take my rig, I'll need to take all the mags for it, I'll need to take batteries, I've got to charge those batteries. Just a lot to go in. And this was all because I couldn't answer the question, will my gun pass the chrono? Such an easy question, because if you can't pass chrono, you're not playing. So anyone that's watching this in the UK, you're probably quite aware of what the UK sight limits are. Bolt action rifles can be up to 500 feet per second with a 0.2 gram BB. DMRs usually somewhere between 425 and 450 feet per second with a 0.2. And everything else, pistols, full auto rifles, submachine guns, everything else, shotguns included, all fall into the sub 350 feet per second category. There are a couple of sites still left in the UK that run one joule limits. They're CQB sites, that's fair enough. You don't need to be shooting 400. You don't even need to be shooting 350 feet per second, to be perfectly honest, for a CQB site. The whole point of the game isn't to go out and hurt other people. It's just so they know that they're hit. If you're going to shoot someone within a couple of meters, you don't need that extra FPS. It's just not necessary. But this is more for people that are probably in a similar boat to me, where you quite enjoy tinkering with your guns, you quite enjoy maybe putting a bit of an upgrade in. This, I recently got a new valve for the back of here, which advertised that it was a high flow valve and would increase my FPS. Didn't change my FPS at all. It was an AGM valve, and it just meant that I got about 6 less shots out of the magazine. Great. So, you know, that was a product that cost £10. It did not do what it was supposed to do. I was very glad that I only picked up one of them, and maybe I will follow up and do another video about that. But I wouldn't have known that it was a Swizz. I wouldn't have known that it was shit unless I had this chronograph. And that's why I think that it's such a good piece of kit. And I'd suggest anyone that tinkers with their guns, anyone that runs a sniper rifle, anyone that runs a gas gun, I'd say that this really should be something that's in your arsenal. You should have one of these available to you, so you can do the checks. I mean, my guns will change depending on the ambient weather outside. You know, I can, you know, I'll test my guns in the winter and it'll be 300. I'll test it in the summer and it'll be 370. You know, I don't want to have to drag half a dozen guns to a site just to find the one that works, to find the one that's within the limit. And actually, this little box, again, it kind of just does the job. Now, I live in a flat. I don't have a garden, so it's quite restrictive. I think, you know, there's obviously plenty of people out there that have big gardens and stuff, and so, you know, you can probably you know, you can range test and you can do a lot of other things. Whereas for me, living in a confined space, the only thing that I can really test is what the FPS is on the gun, and that's why this has just been such an invaluable tool. So I'll show you how it works. You know, there are plenty of chronographs out there. I know that the Xcortech ones are widely regarded as being some of the better ones, and this one does tend to be consistent with the airsoft sites that I go to, where they use the much larger professional paintball chronographs, some have this one, and I've even been asked to take this to a couple of sites before because theirs are broken, so always good to have. So it runs on 4 AAA batteries, which just fit in the bottom. Has a removable cap at the front, I can't bother to do. Yes, you do hear correctly, there are BBs in there. It still works perfectly well. So turn it on, we get the zeros there, and put a BB around here somewhere. Okay, so we'll just drop this through. So 1 BB shot recorded at 4.3 feet per second. I'll do it again. 4.3 feet per second, exactly what we're expecting. So not only is this going to tell you your actual FPS reading, it'll give you rounds per second if you're firing fully auto. It is a bit of a challenge if you've got recoil on your gun to get all of the shots through here, hence plenty of strikes around the edge. You can also get it in bad eyesight version as well. But that's not all. So this does have a couple of quite cool features. It's already got BB weights programmed into it, so all your standards, 0.2s, 0.25s. I actually programmed this one here, 0.36 myself, because I was using 0.36s. If I was testing with a 0.3, I can go okay, and just move that down to a 0.3, okay, and exit. There we go. Now when I go back to my shots, or I go back to my shot timer, there it is. It actually says here 0.3, and what that's doing is when these 2 boxes at the top where it's got your joules, that'll actually tell you, it'll immediately do your conversion for you. So if I say that it's shooting a 0.3 gram BB, 6 FPS, still not registering any joules, but it does give me an indication that actually me throwing it through was slightly harder than me just dropping it through. So you can do your calculations on here really quickly and really simply, and it means that the chance of you being turned away from a site for your gun being over the limit is massively reduced, and that is the main reason why I'm going to suggest to anyone, probably other than people that exclusively run an AEG, where you know that your FPS isn't going to be fluctuating. For everyone else who runs either gas or you enjoy upgrading your sniper rifle or something like that, it's a really good purchase. They're not actually that expensive. Like I said, I think I got this one from my brother as a gift. I think it cost him about £60 or £70. But actually, for me, this is worth considerably more than that, because it's reduced the amount of kit that I've had to carry around. It's reduced the amount of worry and anxiety, wondering, am I actually going to be able to use this gun, or is it going to be literally illegal? Is it going to be over the legal limit for me to be able to use and shoot at other people? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't, I want to turn up, have fun, and just play. And actually, this is kind of it's not the first bit of kit that you think of about, oh, I know that I'm going to have a good day because I've got a chronograph. Well, I know that I'm going to have a good day because I know that all my guns are going to pass. So I know that I can turn up with complete confidence that whatever BBs they chuck in here, I've accounted for the joule creep. I know exactly what my guns are going to be shooting, and I know that they're within the limit. And having that extra little bit of confidence when I go along to a game, for me, is really worth it. Like I said, I was fortunate that I didn't actually have to buy this. It was a gift. Maybe you should request it as a gift from your significant others, spouses, parents, brothers, sisters, or something like that. Because admittedly, if I had £100 to spend, I'd probably be looking at a new pistol or something cool, rather than being like, oh yeah, let's get a chronograph. But actually, it was genuinely money well spent, and it has made my airsoft life a little bit easier, because I just don't worry about it anymore. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe, as this chronograph is going to be featuring in lots more videos. I have loads and loads of guns to test for you guys and to show you. So subscribe, and if you hit the bell notification, then you'll get informed whenever I drop a video. So hopefully you'll be the first to see some of the reviews that are going to be coming up, and there is some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, until the next one, take care guys.